So it's the first week of October. We're gonna go kill some grass out in the hayfield. So the grass has been dormant. The rains have finally come in, and so it's starting to green back up and grow again. So it's a good time to kill it. It's putting a lot of energy down into the roots. So we're gonna spray some rows where we want to add Christmas trees, and all the new rows that died because of the extreme heat this year. We're going to just spray right over the top of those and kill off that grass so that we can grow more Christmas trees there without the stuff there, the weeds there. We'll have to spray again in the spring, but this will knock back a lot of it, and it'll make it so we don't have sod and roots and everything when we're trying to plant next year. I just have some Roundup here today. Normally don't like to buy Roundup because it's overpriced. You can get the same stuff off brand. You know, it says for best results 6 ounces per gallon, but I have a 25-gallon tank, and this is a small enough jug that I can't even fill it all the way up. I'm going to end up with about 4 gallons. The nice thing is getting 13 gallons in here. I'm just going to put the entire contents of this in there. Anyway, normally I should have more gloves on and whatnot, but I'm not measuring or anything. I'm just pouring the entire contents in. Gonna fill this half full, drive around the field for a while. Well, the water going in right now is gonna help mix it up, but then I'm gonna just drive around the field for a little bit, slosh it around, and then we'll turn it on and start spraying the rows. Got to do a couple modifications today. I have a 6-foot boom sprayer. My rows are 5 feet wide, and there's a center sprayer. Obviously, I'm just trying to spray the rows where the trees are being planted. I don't want to spray the middle, so I'm just going to take the center nozzle off. I'm just taking a plastic grocery bag, doubling it over. I can put the filter and everything back in, and I'm going to shove this in with the plastic bag, tighten it down. It looks ugly, but no herbicide is going to come out here. And then I'm going to need to turn both nozzles. This is a 6-foot sprayer, and it's designed to spray out each way. I'm going to turn the nozzles on the outside, and so that they face back inward, since the rows are going to be inside my 6-foot boom spreader. All right, we now have the center plugged and the outside shooting in, so they'll be spraying towards 5 feet on center, and it'll spread out from there. Obviously, these nozzles are not designed to spread this way, so I'll have to get out there, start spraying, and double check and make sure it works. It's just a little bit of modifications that you have to do working on a small farm. You might say, hey, there's black plastic there, what's going on? The stretched out grocery bag didn't work, so I jammed the nozzle full of black plastic, and then I used a garbage bag, an outdoor garbage bag, and so now it's full behind in the nozzle, so it couldn't push down, and it's a stronger plastic, so it's not dripping. My nozzles are spraying a little bit too much to the inside, and it was spraying clear in here and in here, so I do want them spraying in, but not that far. I'm going to adjust them out backwards a little bit again, and then test it again. One of the things that's become apparent while I'm testing my nozzles, when I plug the middle one and shoot into the other two, is, and I should have thought about it, is the fact that once I got the middle one plugged, the amount of pressure coming in the other two is going to be increased, so it's spraying farther. So when I've turned those all the way in, they were spraying all the way to the middle, so I had to turn them back out a little bit so that they're not spraying all the way to the center, and they're actually doing the 5-foot rows of Christmas trees. Or you strip a couple wires, or a wire, this is just to pair it together, and strip the other end, connect it to the terminal of the battery, and then you hear the motor running. You could run that out from underneath the seat up here, and then clip on and off out here. So one will stay clipped to the battery, one you'll connect out here, But I keep telling myself I'm going to either bring another battery or I'm just going to get a permanent wire here, and with an on-off switch, which would be quite easy to do, but always in a hurry. After I get done, I put everything away, and then don't think about it again until I come and turn this back on. Okay, people thought I was exaggerating the death toll on the new planting. This is literally, you can see on the right, this is this year's new planting. On the left, I'm actually pleasantly surprised that they hold it all up. But you can see the bare root seedlings that are on the right. Every single one is crispy brown. If you look to the left, last year's seedlings, they didn't grow much this year, but they're green. Almost every single one of them is green on the left. Praise God. We planted 3,000 of those last year, and most of them are making, there's a dead one there, but everything on the right is brown, and literally all 1,600 bare root trees that we planted this year are dead. There's a few plugs that may make it, but then most of last year's trees looking good. So as we pan the field of the new planting, everything you see is there brown. You turn to last year's planting and you'll see a bunch of green little suckers there. So anyway, these guys over here on the right are just gonna have to help carry us, and there's a bunch more of those intermixed in the larger trees over there. And these guys, sorry, you're gonna be replaced. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching, including horticulture, is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. I love it when you make comments, like, subscribe, share, whatever, and be blessed, everyone.